So, welcome back, guys. Now we're still talking about Martian colonization. Again, that's a conversation we're doing.
He's still gathering his thoughts, coming back to reality here. We're doing this.
It's happening. Anyways, so we left off with like at least one of the points we were talking about was, would you go? We all basically emphatically said no.
Yeah, you guys did.
You? Would you do it?
I actually would do it on circumstances.
Oh, wait, what? Really?
Yes.
What would they be?
Definitely not a bunch of random people. It's got to be scientists, people that are actually going to contribute to it.
No. The scientists got you there. They just kind of like want people to like.
No. I'm saying I want a technical crew. There's conditions to it, right? If we're actually going to colonize it and actually make a change, I'm up for it.
Oh, so like if like the Martian happened, you want somebody there who can like, farm, get communications out of that.
Yeah, because colonizing Mars is something that's going to happen eventually, in my opinion. It'll come down to it, or another planet of its source.
It's going to at least be attempted.
At least once or twice. Is it going to be a disaster? I don't know. But you got to somehow help humanity based on how we're going, right?
So that kind of leads to the next question. Like, do you guys think we should colonize Mars? I do.
Well, we don't have the technology for that, and I think the number one killer of any organic being from Earth living on Mars would be radiation, because like I think we take the Earth for granted for having like a giant magnetic shield and an ozone layer that protects us from radiation. So that's like a non-issue for us. But in Mars, it's like almost non-existent.
I thought it was non-existent.
Radiation protection?
No, yeah.
Yeah, so then, like, this colony, realistically, like, it's not going to be like the Martian. I feel like these capsules that you'd be living in would be underground, right? Or just in dunes of sand to get, like, some protection from radiation. Because there isn't really much sense in sending people if their life expectancy is, like, 10 years. And then
that's 10 years of very good work.
I mean, and they die of cancer of all things.
Wow, really? You judging me on this?
On a cold planet alone. So, like,
I don't know. There's also, like, the ideas of, like, trying to, like, terraform Mars. I think, like, it was either Elon Musk or somebody else.
That's been a theory that's been going on for a while.
No. Specifically, like, he wanted to, like, nuke the poles to send enough, like, dust to just, like,
Did he
surround?
actually?
Yeah.
I
mean, but he said either, like, somebody, like, continued that idea and went, we could do that and probably could just keep nuking it, but not forever.
No, but then that goes back to the first thing I said, radiation, right? Like, you want...
No, the pulse. Well, we live in the center.
I mean, right, but, like, the largest source of fresh water on the cold, radioactive planet is going to be irradiated because we want it to have a somewhat thicker atmosphere. I mean, that's ridiculous. And also the poles are, like, dry ice, like frozen CO2. It's not even water.
Oh, never mind.
So that's more what he was getting at. I mean, crashing one of Mars's moons would probably be less radioactive and more dramatic, personally. I mean,
forget nuking, you want to crash a moon into it.
Yeah, just find an asteroid. I mean, there's 2 asteroids right there. Crash the smallest one. It's going to leave orbit in Mars in a few million years. Why not? Use it for something.
Oh, yeah, because I love how we brought up the few million years. Like, we have time.
Okay, so nuking poles, crashing moons into Mars. I like this.
We're basically playing God, is what you're saying.
Whoa.
Terraforming and being innovative.
Yes.
Yeah, but terraforming itself was an accident. Well,
accident? It's something that we want to do.
No. I'm just saying for Earth, it wasn't something planned, right? We call it God, coincidence, science, whatever you want to call it. But now we're going to replicate it, is what you're asking for.
And just like everything else humans have replicated, it's either going to be incredibly imperfect or, wow, cool, this is a lot harder than we thought.
Yes.
Garth, I really like what you said about we have to watch out for humanity. And so expanding, or colonizing, in that sense, is a really good idea.
But
what about, just really quickly, I know it's going to sound like a real hippie thing to say, but like, what about, watching out for the planet that we live on right now? That's why I'm kind of like...
No, that's why I want to terraform Mars.
Yeah, but that's why I'm so... So we have a backup planet.
Yeah. I mean, the moon's right there.
So does that mean we can keep destroying...
It's about the same thing.
Does that mean we can keep destroying Earth, though? Does that mean we can keep destroying Earth? The moon's right there. Let's go colonize. Does that mean we should keep destroying Earth? Let's just keep letting climate change do what it's doing right now?
See, the way I thought of it is, if we split our population even by half, what are we consuming? We're consuming less oil. We're creating less junk. We're creating less stuff that's left in the Earth itself.
The counter argument to that, though, with population eventually does start declining naturally in any civilized country that actually starts becoming more modern in terms of like jobs and opportunities and education.
But see, the same way I would rebuttal that is, if we do something right the first time, what happens? We do it again.
What do you mean?
We'll go to another planet, and we'll go to another one.
No, I meant here on Earth in terms of like population sizes, because like first world country would like the average marrying age here is like around 30. Having kids is getting later and later. In a third world countries, like marry young, have a lot of kids, and then cool, population boom.
Are you saying though, Garth, like half the population will eventually leave though? I'm a little bit.
Or do you want to ditch half the planet? Just
no,
because that was an interesting.
It's a spread out population for the sake of less consumerism.
But that's the thing that kind of goes.
Like survive. Who's gonna want to leave though? That's like
That's the thing.
That's survivability is not really a thing on a place like Mars though. Like you're not really having a life on Mars. Like you're
not initially, not when you first go.
No,
yeah.
But in the long term, if it is successful, what will happen? Right, we'll colonize more of it.
Hundreds of thousands of years down the line.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's got to start somewhere.
No, thousands of years.
It doesn't mean
I don't know how long it'll take.
No, in terms of just like getting like an actual large population on that planet, we'd be building like multiple underground on top of like just like domes of people.
Underground, yeah. Like again, radiation is the thing that will kill us. Apart from like exploding tubes that we're traveling in, and I don't know.
Is that how you would describe a spaceship?
That's what they are. Like right? Somebody put it. Tubes. So tubes. Think about it. Like somebody put a chair in a rocket and told you that you could fly. That's what it is.
Well, in a rocket.
Yeah. You literally sound like the guy who's like arguing like the Wright brothers go, "I'll never fly. It's a chair. It's a chair on wings. It's a chair on wings."
It's just like it's insanity if somebody like described it to you, right?
If we don't know what technology
rocket with a lot of energy, right? And it's supposed to take you to point A and maybe to point B. And then you'll stay on this rock with no life, desolate, and you will try to make one there.
To get a little just abstract for a second, on the one hand, that's actually why I think we're amazing as a species, because we do come up with these insane ideas, and then we actually put them to practice, and we actually end up, after so much trial and error, we actually end up achieving it, right? But then what do we use it for? That's what we're. Yeah, that's what. Again, I'm not trying to get cynical here. I'm just explaining.
War never changes.
Yeah,
But.
That's the.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. You can be more optimistic in terms of technology.
I should be.
Is that you?
Is an alarm.
What is an alarm on? Are you supposed to leave right now or something?
It's the heavens calling us. It's the heavens calling us. Let's will it.
The thing is
come on.
It has some probably says something.
That's not working.
Somebody smash it
on the window.
Smash
it. On the window.
Smash it.
Did you say something profane?
What?
Some of my alarms are like labeled stupid shit because like I don't expect people to.
All right, good job interrupting. Now back to technology.
Yes, no.
The other thing I wanted to point out is you talked about microorganisms. How about if there's something out there that can help us?
Then we would exploit the hell out of it, in my opinion.
Yeah, we would Columbus that.
The thing is, like,
I know, I'm getting some.
all the stuff you guys are saying is like pretty cynical, but let's say it can cure a little bit of our diseases, or at least create a lot.
Then we'd sell it for a lot of money.
I like how you're going with this.
I know, I'm trying so hard not. No, you're right though, because we probably could find something amazing out there.
The thing is,
cool. This organism eats cancer cells.
Sorry, we keep interrupting Garth.
No, the thing is, like, we have all this experiments already done for cancer and all that stuff. The one thing that never changed was our environment. So what happens if we take it to Mars? Environment changes, conditions changes. What happens to those experiments?
They could change for the better, I guess.
With that, you can change lives. If you can change lives, you can change how we view technology. Expand it.
Also,
science and technology.
There's no question that it is. The prospect is incredible. Like, I love the idea of it. Yeah. No, you're right. And we could find something amazing out there that could actually, cure cancer, make us live another 100 years so we can accomplish more, bigger, and better things. So the idea of that is the optimistic side. And I think it's healthier to look at it that way.
There's also, like, out of curiosity, what do you think? Because, say we colonize Mars. Like, there's a fixed population on Mars that gets replenished with, like, other people every so often, but it's still self-governing, functioning to some extent. What kind of culture would spring up in a place where if you go outside, you die, you're not going back to Earth? There's a place called Earth, by the way. That's where you came from. And then
that would be a scary concept because we're just looking at the gravitational thing, and what did I say? Mars was 38%.
Less gravity
than Earth.
No, you mean
less.
Okay, sorry.
Mars is.
If you're 100 pounds on Earth, Mars you'll be 36.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's put it like that.
On the moon, you would be 10.
And then that's just a perspective. Now
that's like a selling point for fat people.
And the reason why
How
they
would
can
you get on the ship? They would never pay for that.
Wow.
Wow.
We're going down that road, eh?
Well, I gotta pay for the fill for your fat ass.
Wow.
And then back to Garth again.
Yeah, Garth.
You're making a point.
The concept was people who live there are truly going to be Martians in a sense that they can't live on Earth ever. The bone structures are too spread out. It's not going to be the same way we're built. So now what happens to them? They're the original descendants of that land.
You would have a new. It's almost like we're reinventing our species, I guess, in a way. If we move to Mars and people live and grow up there,
or just screwing up like all of those like traits that make sense on this planet.
It's kind of messing
with
with
nature.
nature.
By the way, so like if they lived there somehow, it's like maybe like one guy like thousands of years now like gets like 51. I'm kind of curious how Earth looks like, and it's like the first Martian to come back to Earth. He's just gonna be like wheelchair bound, like just like covered in radiation.
Probably wouldn't come back to Earth, like Jabril and Garth said, right? He wouldn't be able to come back.
Oh, he would just.
I mean, that's something that's
die very quickly
in an anime planet.
Yeah.
Where there was a 12-year-old girl who was like 6'3",
but
had,
no,
like really low.
But she was on Mars. She was on the moon, right?
But the moon has less gravity. Than Mars, and like she couldn't go back to Earth because like
it would literally kill her.
So like that's like.
This is the reality of it, though. Like right, like there's colonizing. The new frontier, but then it's also what would happen once we do get there and we develop a new civilization, right? Mm-hmm. It would be something, to me, it's something I really can't properly comprehend. I can think about it, but it's nothing until you've actually seen it, which I don't know if we will in our lifetime, not in that way anyways. But,
How do you think it would be pitched? Because like everyone except Garth went, I would go like, how would you pitch like going to Mars? Like, it's a one-way trip. You'll probably die. Radiation is a concern, and if there's like one hole either on the rocket or the encampment you're going in, you'll most likely die or just get cancer. Like, how do you pitch that?
I mean, it depends on the severity of cancer.
Yeah,
are you getting cancer?
Are you just leveling cancer?
No, I mean, it's just like you need to curb expectations, right? Are you getting cancer living on Mars? Probably.
Or are you risking it?
Are you going to die of radiation poisoning really quickly?
Okay, so don't lead with that.
You know what I mean?
Don't lead with that.
Well,
you thought becoming a family therapist?
Look, all you gotta do is like stop drinking. You should probably divorce him and the kids. You're 16. You're a grown man. Leave the family.
I think it depends on circumstances, though. Where are we going? Like if we go now, we can imagine that. But what would it be like 60 years down the line? What state would Earth be in that we would find ourselves having to go there?
At that point, I see it being pitched as like
survival.
Yeah, it's like come to Mars, a better world.
But the thing is, there are always going to be situations where people want to go, right? And those are what you want. You want the wants. You don't want to bring the people that are going to either look at it as a curse.
Or worst case scenario, it's pitched as you need a job, but we have money.
No, the thing is, like, if iPhone could get away without putting a jack on their phone and get away with it, you can pitch anything.
That's another thing I'm looking forward to.
So,
Apple or McDonald's and Budweiser all fighting for putting space and land and advertisements all throughout Mars if we ever do colonize it. That'll be interesting.
How will you be flying to Mars today? Virgin Mobile.
Might be a virgin.
If Russia can invade its neighboring country.
The first burger on Mars.
You know, it's like that.
Wait, what?
Right? If we're talking about colonizing, like annexing Crimea, and then it's just like, okay, we did it. What?
But that's another thing. Like,
now just see Putin and.
That's another thing, though. That's just going to be us kind of batting our own heads against each other as we try to colonize and take land.
No. Again, I see corporations doing this. Countries I don't see doing it. Maybe not at first, anyways.
I mean, they'd probably like try to subsidize something like that, or like encourage that sort of like growth, like space exploration.
The biggest thing is like if we're not united with Mars. We have all these space, and we have NASA and like every other ones. We're all independent. If we're not united about it, it's just gonna be another war.
United. What did George Carlin used to say? We haven't even learned to love and take care of each other yet.
So that's the thing. It's like we gotta unite as a human race first of all. With everything that's going on right now,
was that ever gonna happen?
Yeah, that's another question. It might take us a lot longer if we can't just focus as a group, as a unit, right?
We are geeks pondering the meaning of life right now.
Oh, I'm still thinking about like you have like communist communist.
Communist.
Communist. Like, it's a communism, but like diet.
It's kind of, yeah, diet communism. That's right.
Just like a cabin. Anyways, that's been us. So we gotta go. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you watched all the way to the end, congratulations to your fan. Make it official. Like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. And yeah, any last buys?
Yeah,
Whatever. I don't...
Kareem, come back.
We miss you, Kareem.
We'll see him back eventually. Take care, guys. Bye.
Take care.
Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, you can check out the next video here. If you're in a daring mood, you can select a random video here.